show, we meet a young girl who has lost her way and her family, a man who is constantly covered up and is ashamed of his appearance, and a special guest who is here to tell us his story. All coming up on today's show. Now it's time to welcome our first guest, Dorothy Gale.
My little dog Toto, isn't cute?
Yes, very nice. Now, Dorothy, please tell us, why are you here today?
You see, I lost my family and my way home. I'm so depressed.
You don't look depressed.
It's the boat house. You gotta pay to look this good, right? Anyway, so I lost my way home.
Is that not what those shoes are for?
These old things? Nah, that's what everyone thinks. They're ancient. They passed down from my granny. They're worth nothing.
Oh, okay. So who is it that you live with?
My Auntie Em.
And you've never known your parents?
Never. They left me. When I was just a little girl, I asked my...
Dorothy, you don't have to sing.
Sorry, I get a little theatrical.
Okay. It's okay. Well, coming up after this break, we will get those all-important DNA results to find out who Dorothy's real parents are.
Say hi! The Jemma Kale Show, brought to you by eggs, fresh from the chicken's bum, and one of your 5 a day.
Now it's time to welcome our second guest, a man who has been covered up for 34 years because he hates the way he looks. Please welcome Mr. Darth Vader. Are you okay, Darth Vader?
Yes.
Please take a seat. So, how do you think this all started?
Well, it all started when I accidentally murdered my wife, and ever since I've been in mourning.
And you have no more family?
Well, I do have a daughter, but we left her with my wife's family.
What if I told you I knew who your daughter was?
Liar!
Whoa! Don't do that!
Who's going to make me?
Me! Thank you very much, bodyguard. We found out that your daughter is here on the show today, and her name is Dorothy Gale.
I am your father.
So, Darth Vader, do you think after all these years, now you will be able to pluck the courage to take off your mask? Okay. After that emotional turn to the show, make sure you stay tuned in after this break to meet our final guest.
Cat food. It's so good. You and your cat can eat it.
Now it's time to welcome our final guest. We all know this famous YouTube star, the computer nerd 01, also known as Josh.
It's Tuesday.
Well, it's not him. It's time to welcome his dead fish, Leroy. Thank you for coming today, Leroy. Now, tell us your story.
Well, I was adopted by a dude. He took me on a little adventure, but I accidentally murdered his best friend, so he kicked me back into the sea, and this is where I washed up.
And what did exactly happen to your eye?
It fell out, so I got replacements.
Where did you come from? Who is your previous owners?
I come from America. Josh, the computer nerd 01, was the one who found me.
Oh, I like him. In fact, the main reason why you're even on this show is so we can grab his attention.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, Leroy, for sharing with us your touching story. And thanks again to all our guests that appeared on today's show. And thanks to you, our studio audience, and those watching at home. Tune in next week for another episode of Jemma Kyle.